Today is the big day. It's the first day of European Women in Tech conference, which is one of the biggest conferences in Europe for women in technology. I'm really excited to be there on one side as a participant because I have a premium pack and just being able to see all the talks and workshop and just meet a lot of amazing women. But on the other side, I'm going to be a volunteer for Uber, and I'm going to be at our booth in order to just answer different questions and just spread why I do love working for our company. And on another side, I will also have another exciting job, which is actually to create content for our company and try to shape the idea why we're there, what we're doing there. And I'm really excited because I just love creating content. So I'm curious to see what we manage to do. So we just finished Stacy talk, and it was a great talk about the importance of also having soft skills in a technical position. Either if you're looking about how our team is collaborating with each other, but also looking into how leadership is going to communicate with you. So it's not just soft skill at the level of oh, we're a team, we need to work together, but also how you're communicating your data, how you're making sure everything is good, and pretty much making sure that you're actually building something for example, for us, for Uber, to make sure that we're building actually something for people, not something like us. But maybe let's get more information from Stacey itself, try to understand what is her story and what's her story. So hi everyone, we are here with Stacey that just had an amazing talk about the thing that I'm going to let you say what you're talking about because I think you can say better than me. So yeah.
Yeah, so I talked about human-centered engineering today and how important communication, empathy, alignment all are to being successful as a team. Now it's really core to my values and the values of
Yeah, I do agree. We were really looking also I think all the technical we have a behavior interview where we're actually looking at those skills. Is that right?
Absolutely. It's a core fundamental competency in order to be successful, especially the more experienced you get.
Yeah, I do agree on that. So just to go more into this, what was the most exciting part of the speech?
Oh, it was just so exciting being up there in front of so many people talking about something I'm so passionate about and putting that into the context of how it's aligned with the values of Uber and why Uber's such a great place to work, and I'm so glad I get to be there now.
Yeah, I mean, I also saw the speech, so I can say that it was great, and I think you did a great job. It was over 100 people, I think, over there. So I could have seen you had emotions, so that's amazing. Great skills. And yeah, just one more question. What was the most interesting question that you got afterwards?
I was super surprised to get a question about how we support neurodivergence at Uber, which was actually amazing because I just went through training last month about how managers can be more supportive of the neurodivergent community and how they can bring such strength to our teams, particularly in engineering. So I'm really passionate about that, and I've seen such strong clarity of focus from some of my team members who do identify as being on the spectrum. So I thought that was a wonderful question to get asked, but one I didn't see coming.
Yeah, 100%. Like, especially when we're talking about skills, we are not thinking about like that aspect because people sometimes tend to avoid those factors. But I do have it. Like, I think I also do the training that you're talking about. It was so interesting because actually you were so sad of the our let's say. So it was like amazing to see like his perspective on like something we worked with them and managed. And one last question, just to end up. Do you have any advice for people trying to get into tech?
Absolutely. Start by building your core skills, but you do that by communicating and learning from others. It's not something that you just sort of put yourself in a corner and do. But building those competitive programming skills are such a core way to get through the interview process at any of the large tech companies.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you so much for everything. So the day is almost done, but we had some great experience with amazing people. We just had like a rush hour of people coming and getting our swag. That's amazing.
I just got back from the first day of European Women in Tech conference, and it was an exciting day, and I will just do a small summary because I don't want to talk a lot, but it was like a lot happening. So in the first part of the day, I just went there and tried to shoot some content with different people. On one side, I was like trying to catch the idea of like how our team is interacting with different people from the conference, how we are giving the swags, but also I wanted to surprise like the whole idea of the conference, trying to go through different booths, seeing different perspective, and also maybe catch some ideas of what we could do better maybe tomorrow. And on the other side, I then started my shift in the booth where for like I think 3 or 4 hours I literally just talked with and I have the count because we needed to scan some stuff, 140 people, and I met 140 amazing women from different files working in operation, business, tech, software engineering, data science, AI, and it was so amazing to meet absolutely everyone. And it was also amazing for me because I managed to meet with some people that study at the same university as me, so we managed to connect there, and I met someone from the same master as me, which was great because I was like, oh, I actually don't know who is studying with me. And then on the other side, I also managed to meet with some amazing people that are doing AI because it's like one of my passions. We started doing a lot of conversation about how we can do it, so it was amazing. Then I talked with someone on game development because like she was like, oh, actually, what about integrating AI in game development, and also like about thinking about like how do you differentiate between like gaming for children and gaming for adults and different aspects. So it was like a lot of it was a lot of talking in different aspects, but also talking a lot about like what is Uber, what I do enjoy here, what I'm doing, what opportunities do we offer, do I enjoy, do I don't, what are our values, and like going back and forth, like trying to like give the idea of like what actually we're doing and who do we want. Because I think the most important thing that we wanted to emphasize, it was that everyone knows about Uber and what we're doing, but I don't think everyone knows what's inside it and actually how we are generating everything, because to be honest, when I joined I had zero clue. So that was happening there, and it was just so amazing to meet so many people, give the swags, like different things, and like also we had a game with which we literally tried to be the Willy Wonka of the conference. So it was a lot of fun to talk with a lot of different people. But afterwards I needed to literally rush to the first keynote speaker from Uber, Stacy, that talked a lot about like how we're going to integrate soft skills in software engineering, mostly like emphasizes the idea that we really need to try to think about the fact that software engineering shouldn't be just based on like how good you're coding, but actually also based on like how is your communication, how is your stakeholder management, maybe some business acumen that you should have in order to understand how to build correctly everything. But I will let Stacy talk more about this one in my post-event interview with her. And then straight into a workshop. In the workshop, it was a lot about like how can we build different agents to help in our day-to-day work. For example, if we have a Jira with a lot of issues, how can we have a bot that will automatically assign the Jira to a specific person that should look into this one? Or for example, if you need some customer support and you need just to filter some base question, we can also use agents and different things. Pretty much what they did, they split us in different teams, and then each team needed to come up with an idea. My team mostly came up with the idea to have an agent that is helping us while coding. For example, if we're thinking about how many times we had an error in the code and we had zero clue how to solve it, or for example, you're writing a code but you're not really sure if it's correct or not, or you need to do some testing on it, or for example, you just need the second viewer or the second tester of the specific code, as well as, okay, the code is working but it could be optimized or it could look better so that everyone understands what's going on there. So pretty much we're talking about an agent that could help us to do that one. And then we rushed back to the booth in order to do more content with amazing people. I just shoot some pictures. I went through like the video to back to picture because I was like realizing that we don't have pictures from the conference and we should have. And then we just shoot some more, and pretty much that's how our day end. We just bring more swags for tomorrow, and yeah, that was it.